Different story for Barcelona, Jules. They get 5 against Ferencváros, 5 goals, the most that they've scored so far this season. They do it without Antoine Griezmann in the 11. They do it, in fact, without him for 90 minutes. I was listening to the Gavin Jules show, and one of the things you've been hammering on of late is that you've got to give Griezmann a run of games in that 9 spot before you truly judge him. This wouldn't seem to be that, is it?
It'd be very interesting to see, and I think a lot of us either will try to see what's been leaked in the papers on Friday, for example, or Saturday morning even, and then just before the game, trying to text people or call people to see what the lineup is going to be, because I think this one is going to be very, very interesting. What is Koeman going to do? Do you leave Griezmann on the bench? And you can, like you said, he worked against Ferencváros. Although they had a goal disallowed for an offside at 0-0, they hit the post at 0-0 as well, so it was not all great and all rosy. However, you won 5-1. And it's true, you've got that momentum, and that was without Griezmann, 5 different goal scorers too. So you would think right now, okay, Koeman can well say to Griezmann, listen, you were on the bench, we played really, we did well without you, so you're going to stay on the bench. That's not what I'm getting. That's not what I'm being told. I think Griezmann will be on the pitch. I think he should be on the pitch. Yes, I do think that he should have a run at number 9 if that's where you want him to play. You know, if you want him on the right-hand side, like Koeman said before, no problem. Play him there and have discussions with him, make him work like this at training, and he will improve, he will get better. But if you really want him in what is a favourite position for him, then have him in that number 9, false 9 position with Coutinho or Messi behind him, whoever you want. But I think you need to give him time if you believe in him in that position. That's what I mean, because he wants to play there, and if Koeman is happy with that, then give him a good run. Don't just play him there for an hour or 70 minutes, then take him off, and then the next game playing somewhere else again and things like this. That's not going to work. I think he needs a bit of consistency in where Koeman wants him to play, whether that's on the right, centrally, that's Koeman's to decide. But I think the lineup on Saturday will be quite fascinating.
All right, Frank, based on what we've seen from Barcelona so far this season with Griezmann and what we've seen of Barcelona without Griezmann, do you start him in the Clasico against Madrid?
I don't know if I would love to have that decision, but it's complicated. Not, of course not. I think he's not in a good shape. But when you're a coach, it's maybe why I'm not going to be a coach forever. It's the fact that you have to be psychologically very good and to manage a squad to make sure everybody's going to be spot on and ready to work every time you need him. Is that you have maybe to work again psychologically and make sure that you use the rotation to make sure that the players is going to be good enough to be in your squad. So if you want to make sure that you send a message to Griezmann, I don't want you anymore, after not playing him, not even putting him in substitution during the Champions League, if you don't put him in a Clasico, it's going to be the end of Griezmann. And I think Griezmann will have to leave in a winter time. And that's what it is. Because the message will be clear. I don't need you, I don't want you, I don't want to use you, so therefore bye-bye. It's why I think Griezmann is going to play, because I think Koeman, well, if he wants Griezmann to stay, we'll use him.
Jules, what do you make of what Frank says, that a no start or not playing in this game could signal the end of Griezmann's time at Barcelona, and even as soon as this winter?
I mean, there's obviously a long way to go between now and January and the transfer window. A lot of things can happen. I think Antoine would be obviously very, very disappointed if he was not starting against Real Madrid on Saturday. I believe that right now he thinks he will start, he will play, and I think he should. He should approach that game like he's a starter in that team, like he's an important player, because I think the issue right now is the lack of confidence. We saw with France a different Antoine Griezmann, because clearly the confidence level with Deschamps and with the players in the national team is very different than when he goes back to Barcelona. And I think for him to play with confidence, he needs to have this approach of like, okay, I'm a very important player for this club. They paid a lot of money for me. I earn loads of money in wages. I can do better than what I did last year, even if sometimes I'm playing not in my best position or not in my favorite positions. I think he has to be in this mindset. Otherwise, it's not going to work. What happens if he doesn't start on Saturday? I don't know. I don't know if that meant the end for him at Barcelona. I don't believe so. I think, like we said, Messi is closer to the end of his career than to the beginning. He wanted to leave last summer. What happens if Messi leaves this summer coming? Then I think they would be very happy to have Antoine Griezmann and maybe rebuild that team around Griezmann, around Pedri and Ansu Fati and Griezmann and players like that. So I think it would be very dangerous for them to get rid of Griezmann in January, for example. they're not keeping him. It's, I find this all fascinating since he joined from Atletico Madrid, even since the summer before when he didn't join them from Atletico Madrid and decided to stay, and the whole decision documentary and everything. It's been an incredible, if you think about it, an incredible 2 years and something.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.